Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Pastoral Thoughts Podcast. What we have for you is an extended conversation with Brother Ron Domino. We're discussing institutions, historical movements, cultural and cultic symbols, and we're looking at current events in light of the Scripture. And so the goal of this episode, or these series of episodes, these bite-sized segments that we're releasing, is just to use discernment, biblical discernment. We're looking through the lens of the Bible, both past, present, and future prophecy. And we're looking at what's going on in the world. We want to use biblical discernment. And what we see, according to the Bible, the world's not falling apart. Everything is coming together. And so let's think biblically in the times in which we live. Hope you enjoy these segments. God bless you. Did you see that thing, too, about how it got sold right before it got hit by the airplanes? And it was going to get condemned unless it had the asbestos taken out. And the asbestos removal was $1.5 billion job.
Yeah.
And so they sold it, and whoever bought it knowing that it needed $1.5 billion of work and got terrorist insurance on it. And like a week later, those planes hit it and had a huge windfall in profit. I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
what
no,
enterprise
it's the same.
that was. Yeah,
it's the same thing with Silverstein. He was, he had the insurance on the Building 7. He said, "Oh, this is a terrible thing that happened," and he made a couple of billion on the deal, and then insider trading made money on the bet on that the crash was going to happen before it happened.
Alex Jones predicted it. Told people to call the White House.
Yeah.
And, they're going to pin it on this guy named Osama bin Laden.
Yes. And in fact, another patsy. And in fact, Marvin Bush, the brother of the Bush family, he was head of security for the Twin Towers. And his security contract went up right before the crash. Just
Days before or whatever.
That was very convenient.
Yes.
But people don't remember that stuff. They forget because the media shows you these crashings of the building, and you're all, afraid, and you don't think about who's really doing this stuff. In fact, Bush was talking about a pet goat, and when somebody whispered in his ear that we were being attacked, he didn't get up until 20 minutes later, which
right.
is ridiculous.
Yes.
And he should have got up immediately.
He's the president of the United States of America.
He should have excused himself.
Thousands
and said,
of people are dying.
Right.
Yes.
Especially talking to little kids. I mean, who cares if you get up?
I'm sorry, kids. I got to go,
talking about a pet goat in relation to Baphomet, which is a goat head, and the symbol of Satan.
Yeah.
The Bush family. In fact, Bush Sr. said, if people knew what we did in our escapades, we'd be put in jail and strung up.
Oh yeah,
in the gallows.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The Bushes were in deep.
Yeah. The Masonic religion has a secret word they give to their initiates, and it's called Jebulon. And Jebulon represents a composite of names of the sun god of three religions: Jah, the Syrian form, Jehovah El, and then Baal, which is on the Egyptian sun god. So the obelisk, the main symbol of Masonry, is representing Ra, the sun god, which is Satan. The same thing. Lucifer is the sun god.
Yeah. And in the worship of knowledge,
yes.
Know good and evil.
Good timing, because I got this picture here with the Masonic god and with what is that? A compass, right?
Okay.
A compass. And then in the Rockefeller Center, they have the same Masonic god with the compass. And they keep out part of the scripture on purpose, saying wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, right? They forgot to give you the rest of the verse. So they worship this knowledge,
wisdom and knowledge.
that they think
Ever
God
learning,
kept us
never
from.
able to come to the truth. Oh, I got a little AI plug for you. See what you think of this. So, number of God is 7. You know, God to his fullest power, 777. Number of man is 6. Mankind to his fullest power, 666. So AI, human technology, that is knowledge to the 666 degree, because it would be the culmination of all human intelligence, this entity called AI.
Well,
You shall know the number of the beast.
well, yeah. Also, you're a trichotomy. You're a body, soul, and spirit. So you are a 666 in the spirit realm. In the satanic realm, it's control over human beings, ultimately with the image of the beast, which is a combination of technology and demonic spirit,
Power, yeah.
which was even Dr. Ruckman, he said that the hologram is a forerunner of this symbol of the image of the beast, which is empowered and becomes alive
Yeah.
from...
So, yeah, the interesting thing about the Antichrist, just getting, weird. I think that there's people that are so given to the devil that they would let the devil himself incarnate them in a heartbeat. But since they are this limited mankind, somehow this Antichrist figure will be the perfect embodiment. He would be the equivalent, because the devil's always trying to copy God and has a counterfeit for everything God offers. So this Antichrist, instead of or in replace of Christ, is going to be the man of sin, the incarnate, sinful mankind 666 man. So, if AI is integrated in the Antichrist.
Yes, and like I said, I mentioned the quantum computer, which is so far advanced. The creator said that it's in the spirit realm.
Sure.
And so it will be fully functional by by 2030, when this United Nations power grab will take place. So if some say, oh, you can't predict the time of the rapture and the Antichrist and the tribulation. Well, you can come pretty close.
Sure.
Because also it's connected with, I believe, when Christ arose from the dead. If he was born in 4 BC, he was taken up into heaven around 30 AD, right? Mm-hmm. If you subtract from his age 33 and a half, so it was about 30 AD that he went up, mm-hmm. right? So now, if God created the earth in 6 days, a day is 1,000 years in sight of God. So now you have 6,000 years. And now it's almost perfectly the 6,000th year at the end of this decade.
Biblical calendar is somewhat from creation to the floods, 2,000. From the flood to Christ is about 2,000. Since the cross is about 2,000, which would bring us up to 6 days, let's say 6,000 years. And so 2030 would probably be a good marker for that. And then you'd have 1,000 years of rest, which would be the millennial reign of Christ. And then at the end of the millennial reign of Christ, new heaven, new earth. So 7 would be the number of completion, 7,000 years of human history.
Yes. So the whole numerology of 666 is fascinating, because Hitler, I guess he was his number was related to 555, which is triple death, so yeah, the whole culmination of the dispensation of grace is coming towards this end of this decade, mm-hmm. And it's all pointing that way because of the increase in knowledge, artificial intelligence coming to a head where it's eventually controlling people, and that was depicted in the movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger there. Terminator.
Yeah.
And depicted in many movies.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
just
and many different books.
Yeah.
Science fiction a lot of times isn't too far off from reality.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
In fact, when I was talking about Royal Raymond Rife's invention of radio waves healing people, that was depicted in the movie Elysium, where the elite people were living on a space,
like Mars or something.
Space entity in space, and they had their own healing machine that as soon as you got in it, these waves healed anything you had. So the movies show a reality that a lot of people don't see.
Yes.
So how much more time do we have?
Whatever you want, man.
So getting back to the Masons, the letter G is in between the compass and the square. The letter G is their great architect of the universe. And it says, in the pursuit of knowledge. So their system is called the craft. Now, when you relate that word, the craft, which is witchcraft, to the Bible, it says in Daniel 8:25, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper. And the definition of craft is cunning, powerful force to deceive and cause and guile and cause deception. It says in Daniel 8:11-38, but in his estate shall he honor the God of forces, and the God whom his fathers knew not shall he honor with gold and silver. And then in Job 40:16 it says, and now his strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. And when you go to study kung fu and karate and all these different
it's in your center.
things, their center of power is always in their navel. Mm-hmm. And we see this also in the movies with the Star Wars. The Force be with you. And the Force is a force of evil and good, right? The same thing that we're talking about with you shall know good and evil and become a god. So Star Wars shows you the evolution of mankind. With now you have Chewbacca, a big animal, and then you have the robots, and you have people with robotic hands. So they're a combination. They're a mission of technology, human and robotic.
Yes. Yeah, and this has been the dream for a long time. A master race.
Yes.
Evolving transhumanism.
Yes.
Integrating mankind with machine.
Right.
Becoming more evolved creatures.
Yes.
Creatures of knowledge and wisdom and of craft.
Yeah. In fact, really, what it really is like Ancient Aliens says, it's humans wanting to become like aliens. That's really what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Because an alien is a mixture of demonic technology.
Yeah.
That's really, it's a hybrid animal, sometimes human, demonic entity. In fact, a lot of guys on TV, when they go in the woods, they see a demon in the woods. They're supposed to be Bigfoot. And a lot of times they look like demons with wings sometimes. In fact, one guy said that he thought this big monster wanted to take his soul. Yeah. That's how demonic it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I've watched all the Sasquatch. I know. I have a pastor friend who saw Sasquatch. I know different people have seen UFOs, but I do have one pastor friend. He is in the hills of Pennsylvania, and he went to the bathroom, looked out the bathroom window. He said he was playing games or something with his cousins, and he's like 12 years old, and this huge thing, like 8 foot tall, goes walking across the portion of the backyard. He said, now we lived in the middle of no placeville, and it is known for Sasquatch. So is the Adirondack Mountains as well. And he said he never told anybody for like years because he didn't know if a prank was being played on him. He didn't know how to process it. He didn't want to tell anybody because he thought they would think he was crazy. Yeah. And then he met somebody else who saw it, like, you saw one too.
Yeah.
And people do the same thing with these UFOs, because you'll have very professional people who will see them or have something, and they don't tell anybody because they don't want to be the one who's nutso.
Right. And in fact, sometimes these creatures, they smell like rotten eggs.
Death.
like hell, right? What is the word? Brimstone.
Brimstone.
Yeah, and so what they are is really they're just animal demonic beings with a body.
Yeah, and they're always interested in genetics and genes. Anybody gets abducted, they're always poked and prodded, or other things are done to them. And they're interested in mankind. It seems like they're a dying.
Yeah. So
race
when they abduct women, they impregnate the women to have a hybrid being to serve the Antichrist in the future. That's really what the plan is.
Yeah.
A lot of UFOologists, they just don't get it because they don't understand the spirit realm and they don't believe the Bible.
Right. And the Bible, explains that stuff simply and plainly. But one of the things that you'll discover, I think that's why they never catch a Sasquatch, that's a spiritual being.
Yeah. Right.
That's
how come they never shoot it with a large AR-15?
Right. Some hunter out in the woods sees one, boom.
Why? Yeah, you're right. Because there's a lot of times they're so scared they don't know what to do, even if they have a gun in their hands.
Yeah, because you just came in contact with a spiritual being, and I think that people are almost paralyzed by that fact.
Yeah,
they know this isn't in the physical realm.
Right.
This is from another realm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. That's why it's so hard to understand UFOlogy, because they're from another dimension. That's why they can.
Yeah, and God put a boundary on us. It tells us that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Angels are in the Bible, I think 430 times or something. And but God has put us in this side. We walk by faith, not by sight. So we don't see into that stuff. And these things that appear and then they go, boom, they're gone.
Yeah.
Like they slipped off into.
Yeah, and some people in the occult, they get into astral travel, which is getting out of your body.
Yeah.
So, which is very dangerous and satanic.
I agree too. And it's interesting that our intelligence communities have all use remote viewers, meaning people that travel outside their body to go spy on different places.
Yeah,
that's real. Jimmy Carter, when he was president, spilled the beans on that program because he said that we had a down plane in Africa and we wanted to get it before the Russians, and we had this girl that could find things. She projected her body and she found it, told us right where it was at.
Yeah, in fact, talking about meditation, a lot of these New Agers, they talk to UFO beings by meditation.
Yeah, and they get intelligence from them. Jack Parsons, the founder of NASA, he started the first Church of Telepathy, which that's what the chip is going to do. You'll be able to correspond without words.
Yeah.
So First Church of Telepathy in L.A. and was a student of Aleister Crowley, the Satanist.
Yeah.
He said, and he's like one of the fathers of NASA. They celebrate his birthday every year. And you can look this up on Wikipedia. This is mainstream knowledge, is that he got his rocket technology by being abducted by aliens, and they gave him that rocket technology. And again, that's Wikipedia info. That's not, some conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. They were into the Babylon, working with Aleister Crowley, and they thought that they believed the devil was going to take over, which it's really believing in the Antichrist reigning.
Yes.
Very satanic. But that's what I just wanted to talk about. Albert Pike again, if you want to. It says Albert Pike was the Grand Master of Masonry. It says we must pass through the darkness to reach the light. And in Isaiah 5:20 it says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." In Job it says, in Job 10:22, in the land of darkness, as darkness itself, in the shadow of death, without any order, where the light is as darkness. See these Masonic people, they're confusing light with darkness, and they wear an apron, which is what Adam and Eve had to cover up their sin.
Yeah.
Right. So, it goes right back to Genesis 3. And
that's amazing.
And their motto is "As above, so below." So when you see the obelisk in Washington, there's a pool in front of it. Reflective pool showing you as above, so below. So they want to connect the spirit realm with the physical realm. And then when you see the back of the dollar bill, it spells Mason with the hexagram. And then Baphomet is their god. He's a heterogeneous god, male and female, pointing upward and downward, black and white, good and evil. And so, in fact, Albert Pike wore this Baphomet thing around his neck, and he said the purity of the Masonic religion should be by all initiates of the high degrees maintained in the purity of the Luciferian doctrine. He said, yes, Lucifer is God, and unfortunately, Adonai is also God. So here's the same thing. This is their basic belief system of good and evil reigning at the same time. The philosophical religion is the belief in Lucifer. And then Weishaupt.
All-seeing eye on the dollar bill?
Yes, which is the eye of Horus, or Satan's eye, an all-seeing eye overlooking their plan of Novus Ordo Seclorum, the New World Order, with 13 blocks, 13 being the number of rebellion, and 13 stars, 13 leaves, right? Everything's 13. 13 colonies, 13 states when they first started.
That's awesome.
In fact, much of the founding fathers were Masons. And so the conflict there was the same thing. It was good and evil working together to bring about a new American society.
New World Order.
Or New America.
Yeah.
And the Masons were obviously looking beyond to a world order. And then the Christian forefathers were looking just to bring about America as under the Constitution with the Bill of Rights and under the Bible. Adam Weishaupt said, "I'm proud to be known as to the world as the founder of the Illuminati." And then when you see the number 13, one of the powerful powerful groups are the Council of 13, which is, according to Eustace Mullins, a lot of Rothschilds. The Jacob Rothschild, which was the fourth Baron, he has passed on. The new fifth Baron, number of death, is Nathaniel Rothschild. He's taken over the Rothschild dynasty. And then the Committee of 300, another three. And then the Committee of 300 was exposed. I forgot his name. Anyway, the Englishman, he said that the Committee of 300 are controlling the world. These are the merchants of the earth on the top. We already talked about. Oh yeah, the pentagram is
Washington D.C.
shown in the street connections with the White House and the.
And the White House is at the bottom of the pentagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right at the bottom.
And then you got the obelisk there, the Washington Monument, Jefferson Monument, Lincoln Monument. All these come to a pyramid. Pentagram. We talked about that. Oh yeah, and the Statue of Liberty was given to us by a Mason. He created it, and it was a gift from the Masonic. I forgot his
Masons
name. Bartoli.
Yeah.
From
Bartoli.
France. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And it's actually a symbol of Isis.
And that's that's who the lady is, right?
Throwing the torch of Lucifer, and if that's what most people call cultists get into. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yes, sir. So like I said, when you combine all these obelisks together of Washington, New York, and Europe, it forms an obelisk. And the British House of Windsor is very Masonic. Prince Albert married Queen Victoria, and you have a German outside of the Windsors marrying into the English aristocracy. And so now you have a mixture of Anglo-Saxons together. Mm-hmm. And here it says, at the time of World War I, the King of Britain, Russia, and Germany were all first cousins. When asked about World War I, the Kaiser Wilhelm of Germany said, my grandmother, Queen Victoria, she would have never allowed it. So this is very interesting, because when you see the King of Britain, Russia, and Germany all related, it goes along with the beast of Daniel 13, where you have a lion, a bear, and a leopard. And so the lion represents, I believe, England. The bear is Russia. Mm-hmm. The mouth is a lion. Most people speak in English. The bear is what it moves on. Its feet are of a bear, and it has 3 ribs in its mouth. I believe Ukraine is one of the ribs. And in the European Union, I believe, is the leopard. It has many spots. Mm-hmm. And it says power was given to it. Other teachers like Gene Kim and Dr. Ruckman think that the leopard is America. But America's not given power. Donald Trump takes power. Mm-hmm. It's not given to us. It's just there already. And I believe that America is the eagle's wings, connected with the lion in Daniel 7. It says the wings were plucked. And we are connected by financial powers of the Federal Reserve and the Bank of England, in union with the Bank of International Settlements in Europa, the United Europe. So the most powerful beast is the great beast of in Daniel 7, and I believe that's the United Nations world government of the Antichrist. So Hitler, he was being manipulated by the merchants of the earth, and Princess Diana, she was murdered because she was going to give the secrets of the House of Windsor, being very Germanic, because they were mixed with the Anglo-Saxon Germanic race. And on her death memorial is a flame, just like John F. Kennedy.
Thank you so much for watching or listening to the Pastoral Thoughts Podcast. We'd love to hear from you. Please reach out to us at pastorthoughtsmail@gmail.com. Also, if you want to check out more about our ministry here, you can visit pastorjack.org. I do have a blog that I do write. I'd love to have you as one of my subscribers there. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for listening. God bless you.